What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott. And what if I told you that I am going to give you scientific ways to trigger a man to regret leaving you, to regret losing you, to regret pulling away, and for you to regain power? That's what this video is about, so let's jump right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is letting him go through the complete decision-making process. And when it comes to losing somebody or pulling away and regretting it, I talked about this in another video. There's 4 stages, okay? And I want to go through all these because a lot of women do not it's like stage 2 or 3, she comes back or she lets him back in or she does something wrong and she wonders why he's taking his time and he's not missing her. So the 4 stages are, the first is the initial stage, meaning it's very evidence-based. Every single thing that he has seen with you, that he has, reflected on, that he has just a perspective of, is in his head. And from all that evidence, he is thinking, okay, you know what? From what I know, from all the information I have right now at this moment, it is more of a risk. And when I say risk, it's usually a risk towards the advantages or like what he actually wants. So if he wants sex and you want a relationship, that's obviously not gonna work out. Or if he wants an ideal woman to settle down with and you're not that woman, then again, that's a risk. So it would be a higher risk for him to stay than for him to leave. Therefore, he is convinced, he is in the mindset, right? And the reason I want to say mindset is a lot of women will be like, it's been 2 weeks, it's been a month, I'm hurt, when does he come back? He's in the mindset, you cannot convince him right now. He does not feel like he made the wrong decision. It's evidence-based. It's what pushed him away to make this decision in the first place, okay? So that's stage 1. He sees everything and he's like, okay, this is what I got to do. Stage 2 is now living that out. Because he believes this is the best thing to do, he has to live it out and, again, get evidence, see if that's the case. So he's going to do that for a while. Then that goes to stage 3. Now he knows what it's like with and without you. And this is where he starts reflecting. And ladies, this will always happen. That's the good news, right? But a lot of the times women respond to his texts. Women will do some stupid ass 30-day, 45-day, 60-day, 90-day no contact and then reach out with something stupid or like his shit on Instagram or look at his shit and then they wonder why he's not coming back around because you're not giving him an opportunity to miss you, which we'll get into all that. But so third stage is he's going to reflect on these things and he is going to reminisce, ladies. He is going to think about you. He is going to wonder if he made the right decision, which then transitions into stage 4, which is, okay, do I regret it or not? And based off of that, what am I going to do next, right? The new evidence. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 kind of goes off of that. These all go off each other, so that's the good thing about this video, but it's called outcome valence. And what this basically states is the positive or negative nature of the outcome versus what's expected or what's happening. So if he is, again, I tell women this all the time, regret is self-inflicted. You have to give, I know I'm a broken record, I apologize. You have to give a guy a reason, okay, the opportunity to miss you. If he pulls away and let's say it doesn't go so well, right? Let's say he's like, oh man, I kind of miss her, or man, she was actually really cool, but you're still hovering around. He doesn't feel that pressure. He doesn't feel like, okay, I need to jump the gun and come crawling back because she's done with me or I don't want to lose my chance. No, he sees that you're waiting. He sees that you're eager, especially if he's the one who left you and you're trying to make it work. He knows he has the power. He's going to take his time. But ladies, outcome valence is really important. You have to understand he has an idea of what it's going to be like leaving you, right? And then there's the reality of it. It has to smack him in the face. He cannot feel that if you are hovering around, if you are hopeful. I always tell women this is why you lose the game. Like, men just don't give a shit. Women do. You're so outcome dependent, and then you wonder why, you're chasing men and they're not chasing you. But if a man realizes that, okay, well, this is the decision I made, and this is the expectation I get with it, and it doesn't go as well. And again, this does kind of go off number one, like I said, where you are, it does take a while. He is going to, try to experience being alone, being single, in that lifestyle. Then from that, we are hoping that what triggers is it's not what he thought it would be. Basically, grass is always greener on the other side. It's fun to think about being single and talking to other women when you have the security of a relationship and you take her for granted. But then when you're out there and you don't got the fucking game that you thought, or girls are playing games on him, that he might come back around. Number 3 is a term that I talked to people about this before and they never heard it, but it's called winning the breakup. Who do you think is going to be in a better position, I guess, mentally and emotionally? If you were watching him and he was miserable and you were doing well off, or vice versa? He left, he feels like he made the right decision, he's happy, and then he looks at you and you're quiet, crickets. You're not posting anything. You're besides like maybe sappy little things on Facebook, shit like that. You have to win the breakup. People don't agree with me on this, even though I'm 100% right. People are selfish. Humans are selfish. We want to have advantages over other people. We want to avoid risk, avoid pain, and seek pleasure. We want to know the decision we made was the right decision. If you are miserable, and I, as the guy, am reflecting on this, and I'm not feeling anything, I feel like, okay, I gained, you lost. How do I know that? The evidence is right in front of me. You have to win the breakup, ladies. Whether it's pulling away or actually breaking up, you have to go out and have fun. I'm not saying rub shit in his face. You have to go out, talk to other guys. You have to go out with your girls. You have to post those gym pics. You have to have a life outside of weeping on this guy. And he has to see it, because here's what's going to happen. I always tell women, it's not if, it's when. There's going to be a time where both of you have a weak moment. Always happens. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to act on it, but there's the chance that you can. There's always going to be the chance you have the weak, or there's always going to be an opportunity of a weak moment. Whether it's a lonely Saturday night, something reminds you of someone, a scent, maybe you're the only single person at the party, whatever. Okay? And if he feels that misery and knows, again, if he doesn't know, you might be like, he blocked me on or I blocked him on everything. Okay, it doesn't matter. You still have to play accordingly. You don't want to crack before him, is what I'm saying. So you have to play the role. You have to win the breakup. You have to be the best actress ever. If he pulls away, there's no initiating. He has to come back to you. You have to win the breakup. I know I'm repeating myself, but you have to win the breakup. He has to feel like, oh, fuck, I cracked first. She's probably happy as hell. And if he's seen your stuff, oh, she's happy as hell. What was I thinking? I'm sitting here miserable. And then again, he reflects on those two things. The evidence shows I made the wrong decision. He comes back. And ladies, if you like everything I'm talking about so far, I do have a 6-guide bundle down below on no contact, maximizing attraction, what to do and what to say when he comes back, all these type of things, okay? How to get a guy to see you as the one so the same shit doesn't happen again. If you're interested in that, again, 6-guide bundle down below. Check it out, ladies. I know it will help you. Number 4 is all these things I am talking about so far, they transition or they translate to a thing called counterfactual thinking. And what this basically means is when you start to regret it, or if you start to reminisce or reflect on it, you think, well, did I make the right decision? Could I have done something differently? And you really want a guy to feel that. And again, sorry for being the broken record, but you have to pull back and act as if you are never going to hear from him again. Because he's not going to think this If you are hovering around, he's not going to think, man, I should have done something differently, even though she's hovering around and waiting to fucking ride the D, for me to come back. Like, he's not, do you see how weird that sounds? Like, that's not going to happen. That's not a thing. Guys just don't regret something when there's nothing to regret it. He has to reflect on it and think, did I do something wrong? Could I have done something differently? And you want him to soak in that mindset. Again, the mindset, there's the 4 stages, the mindset transitions. You want him to soak in that. And the longer you hold out, the more you're having fun, you're winning the breakup, you're not saying a word to him, and you're making it very evidence-based that, oh, it's over, bro. Like, you want to leave? Go do you. He's going to be like, fuck, is there something else I could have done? Which then creates a psychological power change where he feels like he has to make up for it. And number 5, lastly, is the ability to repair the regret. Now, this is a term that I came up with it's a real thing, but it's just a term. The ability to repair the regret. And what I mean by that is when he pulls away, how easy is it to fix? You do not want a guy to feel like, you do want a guy to feel like the longer I wait, the worse it gets. I'm not sure, should I talk to her? I do miss her. She's awesome, but I want to hold my ground. You want him to eat himself up alive with that decision. You want to make it very hard. I know this sounds counterintuitive. You want to make it hard for him because, again, if you make it easy, he's going to take you for granted in the breakup. Like, who the fuck does that? Who takes someone, who's that pathetic where you let a dude take you for granted during the breakup? Where it's like, oh, I could come back. She ain't going anywhere. I'll come back when I want to. Nah, he has to feel like, oh man, if I have to make a decision, it needs to be right now. Because if I wait any longer, she's gonna go talk to this dude that she had a post on, or that I saw her at the party with, or whatever. I hear through the grapevine that she's having a good time. Like, you don't want him to think that, oh man, you do want him to think, oh man, she's done. Like, she's having a good time. She don't care if I'm in or out of her life. You want him to think that because you want him to come back and fix it before it's too late. Basically, you want him to dig himself in a hole that's so deep that he can't get out of it. So he has to make a decision before he gets to that situation, okay? With that being said, ladies, there's the 5 things that will trigger a man to miss you, a man to regret losing you. If you like those, leave a comment below. If you want to work with me, link is in the description. Ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.